Keeping an accurate record of both your business and your private travel to satisfy the taxman is a tedious task. Normally entails having a logbook in the cubbyhole, having to fill in that logbook every time you get into the car, and of course we all know how rushed we are, so that hardly ever happens properly. But now there's a much more convenient and certainly high-tech solution to the problem. The Little LogBook is a tiny GPS-enabled USB device that lives on the dashboard of your car and is powered by the cigarette lighter socket. In that sense, installation is truly plug and play. It switches on when you start your car and after a short boot-up period records the ensuing trip. The onboard memory can cope with just over 200 hours of driving, but you'll want to download the data more frequently than that. Talking of which, the Little LogBook comes with a software package that allows users to download and analyze the data stored on the device. The software is Windows-based only, so if you run a Mac, you'll need to run the software using Boot Camp and a copy of Windows. The software is easy to install and pretty intuitive to use. The device is registered to a particular vehicle and the trip's downloaded. You can then use the software to mark the trips as private or business or associate them with custom descriptions and icons. You can also display the trip on Google Maps. The software automatically assigns a start and an end point for each trip using existing geotags, which are shopping centres, hotels, suburbs and the like. However, you can edit those geotags to reflect actual locations like your home, your office, the dentist or a client. The software then remembers those personalised geotags and employs them for all future trips to or from the same locations. The Little LogBook also records speed and distance, and you can trace any trip recorded on the map. We spoke to Andre Swanepoel, Marketing Director of Little LogBook, to find out more about the concept. Andre, what is the Little LogBook concept all about?
It's a device that we developed that generates SARS-compliant logbook reports and can also be used for business mileage claims, etc., etc.
How accurate is the data recorded by the Little LogBook?
It records data via GPS, which makes it accurate within meters, and obviously then SARS compliant with the reports that are extracted from this device.
And the capacity of that unit?
The device can carry up to 210 hours of data, although we suggest to our customers that they download their data on a weekly basis and keep it quite current so that their logbook is not too encumbersome to manage.
So quite an innovative device. What's the response been from the South African public?
It's been fantastic. We've had both locally and internationally, we've had a very good response about the product, both on a corporate level and on a private level.
Who is your target market? Are we talking corporates, individuals or both?
It's actually a combination of both. At the moment we sell more to corporates as a management tool, but then also they have the functionality of using it for SARS to generate their logbooks.
So I'm assuming SARS, it's totally SARS compliant?
Absolutely. Everything that SARS requires from a logbook is reflected in the reporting.
So obviously the device is quite versatile, it goes beyond just the SARS reporting side of it.
The big response that we've received from business is fantastic because the guys are now able to manage their staff, monitoring their movements and also manage their claim process with regards to fuel, and it really has worked wonders for the industry.
And I would imagine if you're going on holiday, quite nice to have that along just to sort of trace your steps if you like.
Absolutely. For an adventurer, somebody that likes 4x4ing or whatever the case may be, you can always refer back to trips that you've done, going over Baviaanskloof or something similar,
You may have seen the Little LogBook device pop up in our road test cars recently, and that's because we've decided to partner with Little LogBook to help us with our road test data. So from now on, in our long-term test cars, we'll have those little units running all the time, which will help us to not only record the long-term test data more accurately, but also track their usage. Up to now, the system is working well. We've installed a Little LogBook in each of our long-term cars, as well as the weekly road test cars, and the data is invaluable in keeping track of where and how the vehicles are used. As Little LogBook develops into a fully fledged fleet management tool, we'll be adding more info to our database as well.